guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on our YouTube account and the patch is up, meaning that not only are we getting our gear resonance, which I'm almost to the tier 3 level. I love it. I have 22 more left here to go ahead and build that out. But that also means that we are getting tier 4 stones. Now they are super limited when it comes to these tier 4 stones. So it is going to be a big requirement on where you use them. And honestly, I'm going to show you a couple places where I'm going to utilize my tier 4 stones. And the reason behind it, so looking at a hero like Scarlett, we know Scarlett is the top damage dealer in the Twisted Realm and the guild bosses. A couple different places where she has a really high priority. Now you have to pay close attention to what the tier 4 stones are giving you. When you look here at the strength, it is giving a little bit more attack in here, a little bit more defense. But the big thing that we are worried about is the Magical Pierce, guys. Now, Magical Pierce will increase her damage by 1%. If you go over to the attribute bonuses, you'll actually see it right down here. Magic Pierce, hero's magic damage is increased by an additional 1% for every 1 point of Magic Pierce they possess when dealing magic damage. So we know taking her weapon up, not only giving a little bit more attack, but she is going to get a 1% bonus. Now, 1% doesn't seem like that much until you kind of combine it over a minute and a half. You put, her with Rose, and now she's ulting, and she ults 20 times. The 1% will make a very big difference when it comes to maximizing the damage that Scarlett does. And again, we know we are going to be utilizing her when it comes to the Twisted Realm bosses. Nothing has changed as that. Alero did not change that. So we're going to go ahead and build that up tier 4. Now she can only equip this weapon. That is right, guys. She is the only one that can equip this weapon. So I can no longer utilize this gear on another hero because it is on Scarlett specifically. So you can see, gave her about 31,000 attack. It pops up super quick there. I wish it actually showed a little bit more, but that will give her the tier 4 weapon that we need. Now looking at the rest of the armor, over here, the padded armor, a little bit more HP, defense, crit block rating, really strong for PvP, but when it comes to the Twisted Realm, not something that I'm going to look. So at this point, I am going to save my tier stone. Looking at the helmet or the hat, crit damage amplification. Now this is another big one, guys. You can see she is gaining 2.5% crit damage amplification, a little bit more attack. So crit damage amplification is of course going to allow her to do more damage based on critical strikes. We are building her to be an absolute crit monster because we want her to maximize the damage again in that Twisted Realm. You can see here, based on the point difference that exists between the crit damage amplification value and the resistance, if it is less than a 30% difference, it will alter the critical strike damage multiplier by 1, which is, in my opinion, very strong, just because, again, we know what we are utilizing her for. We are using her for the Twisted Realm exclusively. We do run her in the Lightbearer Tower, but the Twisted Realm is where we need to maximize her damage. So we'll go ahead, we will add the hat on her as well. And again, this might not be the best way to build them. A lot of players will just run to our meta heroes. So they'll run to different heroes. This gives a little bit of a tenacity. Again, tenacity versus insight. Not really too important with that. From my opinion, again, I could be completely wrong, but a lot of players will just come in here and they'll pick up Ainz. They'll go ahead and they'll max out all of his damage. They'll come over here, they'll pick out Lucretia. They will maximize her damage. Now, when it comes to, remember, meta heroes, guys, the meta heroes that we have are the heroes that are carrying us within the campaign. So we do have heroes like Lucretia. Even looking, when you come to overall looking at like a ranger class, Kren is a good choice. Lucretia is probably the best choice. And Raku would be the 3 that I would really prioritize when it comes to using our tier stones for our agility-based heroes. Looking at the classes again, looking at the mages, or even looking at the agility, again, those would be the top 3. Not sure Athalia for PvP. Again, I do not PvP, but Lucretia and Kren and Raku would be my top choices in here. Looking at the intelligence component, which goes right here. Ainz, of course, Oden, absolutely. I think those 2 would be super strong to build. And then Scarlett would be the other one that I would build. I know Taylor does really well, but she's could possibly, I know players are using her at 41 with the immunity being fully built. But again, we know Ainz does well. Ainz doing a little bit more damage, not going to be bad. Same with Oden. Oden is super powerful, guys, building out Oden and then building out Scarlett, just as I did, because of the Twisted Realm, guys. If we can get a little bit higher in the Twisted Realm, we're going to get more resources out of there. We're going to do more damage at the Cursed Realm. We're going to get more tree juice, which allows us to build the Elder Tree much faster. Now, when it comes to the warriors, warriors are kind of unique because when you look in here in kind of the meta heroes, we have Mishka. Mishka is actually super powerful, guys. And as a meta hero, I would absolutely build her out for the using the tier stones. But a couple other heroes in here. One is Grez. Guys, remember, within the Twisted Realm, Grez is still used for almost every single battle. We know Isolde, and this is where I'm kind of erring, is with Isolde, we know he's used in the Grotesque Mage. I would not build him out just for the Grotesque Mage. Same rings true for Moriel. I would not build Moriel out for one single battle. It seems like, to me, kind of a waste when it comes to the tier 4 stones. I would focus on building more of the heroes that you're going to use in multiple battles, such as Grez. I built Saurus out long before Saurus kind of went away. I don't even know any battles that people utilize him anymore. So now it is Grez who is the big priority, guys. So he would be a solid choice just because, again, he is in a couple of the Twisted Realm battles. Mishka, absolutely, because she went straight to the meta, used in a lot of different comps. But again, when you look at the other heroes that are within the Strength faction, there's not really that many that you know are straight meta or are used for the regular builds. Even down here, Thorin, possibly to add, you know, a little bit more, but that's giving him magic resistance. That is horrible, guys. To pick up some MR, some magic resist. We want him to take damage. He has to take damage. If you're building tier stones on there, that doesn't even make sense because of the stats that it's bringing. The boots might be a little bit different. Tenacity, again, we don't want him with more HP. We don't want him with more defense. You have to pay attention, guys, and I cannot stress this enough. You have to pay attention to what the heroes are getting in return. So if you're using, again, tier 4 stones on a hero like Thorin, you have to be careful with the abilities that he's getting, because again, magic resistance, he's going to take less damage from magic, meaning the retaliation is going to be less damage. Now with the stones in general, I don't think it's going to change any of the metas, but again, a hero like Lucretia, looking here, guys, physical pierce, same as the magical pierce. It'll give her a 1% bonus, so not only is she getting more attack, but she is picking up some physical pierce in there. That is a hero I would absolutely go ahead and pick up the tier 4 gloves for, just because I know I'm going to use her, and I know I'm going to use her in a multitude of places. Well, I know she is going to be utilized. It's not a hero that I'm going to enchant, because remember now, this gear specifically cannot go on anyone else. That is right, guys. It is bound to her when you use the tier 4 stones, meaning it's not going to be able to be used by anyone else. So again, I'm going to have to go through. I'm going to figure out where I'm going to use my 3 stones of toughness, making sure that that I use them in the best place. But again, be careful, guys. Look at the stats and the abilities that the heroes are going to be gaining. So you don't want to build heroes, or you don't want to put tier stones on heroes that are not going to be utilized. So again, guys, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.